Hey friends, today we're going to make this beautiful dip hem dress. The style is cool, but it's very simple and easy to do. So let's start. You need to have a good long piece of fabric of your favorite color. Here I have this olive green fabric. Fold it and iron it for your ease. It should be big enough to make both sides of the dress. One piece of see-through decorated fabric of any color you like. And of same color, take a piece of plain see-through fabric. Fold it and press it to avoid drawing reference lines for cutting. Then on folded decorated fabric, set the folded colored fabric for the cutting of front part of the dress. On closed side, measure the length and mark it, and on open side, mark the longer length to draw the curvy hem. From these 2 points, fold the fabric and make crease with iron. This will help us to draw a perfect curve. You can draw as many lines to achieve perfect shape. Then pin the fabric layers so they don't slip when you cut, and cut the hem by following the final line. Next, mark on 4 inches depth for neckline and on 8 inches for armhole. From shoulders, 3 inches depth is enough for armhole. Cut curvy shape directly, or if you want, draw it first. Instead of curves, you can also cut only angled armholes. Cut for mark. 4 to 5 inches shoulders are long enough. Mark them and draw neckline, and then cut this by following the line. When you finish, cutting of front part is complete. Take plain see-through fabric and leftover piece of other colored fabric and set them together with pins. As this is leftover piece when we cut the front hem, so it already has this perfect curve. Just follow this with scissors straight away. Now on back part, place the front part by keeping open sides of both parts together. Set them perfectly. You need to be very careful. There should not be any tuck or pleat in any single layer. Then pin them and trim extra bits if needed. Now cut the armholes. We do not need to draw any pattern. Just use the front part as guideline. And also cut the neckline same as the front neckline. If you find some extra bits like this, cut them off carefully without damaging the hem's shape. When you finish, cutting is complete. Next step, stitching. Pin up both layers of neckline and select the long stitches. Sew the neckline by keeping foot close to the edge. Cut the thread from good long distance. Then about this bit distance, sew another line parallel to the first line. This is how it looks. In same way, pin and sew the neckline of other part. Now separate the strings by popping them to their own sides. From the one side, take 2 strings of both stitching lines and pull them together to smoke fabric. Keep pulling the strings and transfer the smoke to the other end until you reach the desired length and depth. Do this gently and carefully so you do not break the any of strings. It takes a good long time, so don't be rushed. When you finished, it looks like this. Check its width and depth. Mine is 5 inches wide and 4 inches deep. This is time to tie a knot on strings of both sides and cut off the excess. Neckline of other part. Smoke this in same way and match with other smoked neckline. If it's done, tie a knot and cut off the excess threads. These T stitches are for secure the smoking, so select T on dial and secure the both necklines. Next, with pins join together the shoulders of both front and back parts and sew them. From the neck side, open up the shoulders ends just a bit to make some gap for stitching, or you can leave this gap when you start sewing the shoulders. Now take bias tape or any strip of cloth. Place it on the neckline of back side edge to edge and then sew the outer edge. When finished, cut off the leftover tape. Then turn it over and sew it. Make sure it's not visible on right side of the dress. Check the finished look. Time to make collar. Take a piece of decorated fabric and plain thick fabric of same color. This fabric stiffener is sticky from one side. Mark at 16 inches length, fold to make crease and cut off the excess. Mark 4 to 5 times on 2 inches width so that you can make crease on equal width and then cut off the excess by folding it. Stick it with help of iron on thick plain fabric and cut off the excess on 1 cm gap from the stiffener. And fold this 1 cm fabric with iron and then turn over the stiffener to fold the excess fabric from the other side and iron it. When done, cut off the excess fabric from both sides of the collar. See now, fabric is edge to edge with stiffener. Sew the collar from open side. This is optional, you can skip this step. Place collar on decorative fabric and sew it to fix width. Make sure you have left equal gap on both ends. Fold in the collar and trim the extra bit. Now as we did before, fold in from the both sides. Now unfold the collar and turn wrong side out. From this corner of inner stiff bit, sew this next to inner bit's end. Similarly, sew the other end. Cut off this excess bit so you can have a sharp corner when you turn over. You must have these open corners on both ends. Now open the collar and take from center. Take front neck part from the center and attach collar center and pin it. Then attach whole front neckline with collar with the help of pins and then sew it. And by attaching the inner stiff bit with front side of the collar, fold in the edges and sew from one end to the other end. So now collar is done. For sleeves, take 2 pieces of plain see-through fabric, fold in half and cut off on 9 inches length. Place another piece and cut that also. Now mark on 8 inches length from shoulder side. Draw straight line for reference and draw the shallow curve. And then follow with scissors. Mark at 6 inches length or width and draw line. Trim from 1 cm distance from the line. Now also cut a shallow curve on the end of the sleeve. This is its finished look. With bias tape, secure the ends of both sleeves. Now pin the sleeves with armholes first and then sew them. Now from some distance from the shoulder, stitch sides of only see-through fabric down to the bottom edge. Same way, sew the other side. Next, join both ends of the sleeves and attach both sides of the dress. Take side of see-through fabric in also and pin up as a mark at start point of stitches. Start sewing from sleeve edge down to the pin mark. Reverse the stitches to secure the edge. When you reach the pin mark, gradually take the see-through fabric away from stitching line and carry on stitching down to the bottom edge. When both sides are done, it looks like this. Now time to wind the hem. Insert the winding foot and also pop the matching thread. Feed the inner layer of fabric and press the pedal. Hem hem of inner layer is done. Time to do outer layer a little bit shorter. Draw the line around the hem and cut with scissors. Do not cut this too high. 1 to 2 inches is good enough. When cutting is finished, simply wind the hem with machine. If you don't want it, you can skip this step. Finally, stitch 2 press buttons on ends of collar. Avoid using hooks because hooks tangle with hair while wearing the dress. When done, tie a knot and cut off the thread. Your dress is ready to wear. I hope you like it. Any question, please ask. Thank you for watching.